I finally finished weeding all of the flower garden back here. I worked on it for about 1 to 2 hours a day, probably 4 evenings after work. I'm happy to have it done. I know it won't last forever, but at least the hard part's over. Now I just have to come out here and maintain it. Here's some more of those rocks we got. That leaf someone gave me for free at a flea market when they were closing up for the day. And I usually put a little bit of water in it, and it's great for small insects like butterflies to come by and get some water without risking drowning. Here's some more of that petrified wood. I love this piece because you can see the bark where it was petrified, and now there's stuff growing on it. I like for my garden to be very natural looking, so that's why you don't see a lot of edging. I only put it where the soil might run off. So this is at the bottom of the hill, and that's why there's rocks here. And then I have another tier with rocks. Sorry about the mess in the background. I'm in the middle of getting geared up to do a house reno, and we just cleaned one of the area rugs. So it's out here drying off. Looks a bit tacky, but they're getting cleaned up. These are my elephant ears. I planted these as single, I guess you call them bulbs. And they just sprang from there. You can see the original one here. And then all these little baby ones have grown out from that piece. I probably planted this 4 to 5 years ago. So that's pretty decent growth, I think. This here is a rose bush, and it's been planted over the graves of my daughter's kittens. My hosta plants. I divided them last season, so I'm not going to mess with them this year. But these were like the cheap hostas that you get in the bags at Walmart, like 3 for $5 or something, maybe even cheaper than that. I like this lantern. I've been asked if I wanted to repaint it, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and chip the rest of it and power wash it to get this stuff off the top of it, and just leave it as is because I kind of like the rustic look in my garden. These are called Mirabelles or 4 o'clocks. They come in a lot of different colors. This one's an assorted variety up here, and down by the rose bush I have one that's a salmon color to go along with that bush. But these are pretty flowers, but they don't make good cut flowers because they like snap shut whenever you cut them. I've tried them in an arrangement a couple times and it never works out. But they are pretty in the garden. They get pretty tall, probably 3 feet tall. They come up to my waist. I already showed you where I finished off this garden, so I'm not going to do another tour of it. I'm just going to put the 2 videos together since I didn't have a chance to upload it earlier. Well, that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of hard work, but I'm excited to get to come out here and relax. My next thing to tackle will be this. I got to get my pumps back on because this water is stagnant, and as you can see there's a bunch of little bugs on the surface. The leaves from the tree above fell in it, so this is going to be a fun cleanup. Fortunately, there's no fish in this pond, so I can do a complete dump of that water. All the fish reside in this one, so we'll have to do a partial change of that one. And then the lower pond, there's no fish in it either, so I'm looking forward to getting the pump on and the water trickling down, because that makes a really beautiful sound. So I'll let you know if I get it done. Bye.